Hi, I'm Amy, and if you've been in the SEO or content space for any amount of time, you've probably bumped into and used Semrush. It's one of the most talked about tools in the SEO world. It's powerful, it's comprehensive, and yet it is on the pricier side of things. I've been working in SEO for over a decade, and I've used Semrush a bunch of times across projects and clients, but lately, I found myself reaching for other tools, sometimes ones that are more affordable, sometimes ones that are simpler, and sometimes ones that are just more aligned with how content teams and small digital businesses actually work. So today, I want to share some of my favorite real alternatives to Semrush, the ones that I actually recommend depending on your goals, your workflow, and of course, your budget. First, why consider alternatives to Semrush in the first place? Let's start with the why. It's not for everyone. Yes, it is a powerful tool that can do a lot of things. If you're just getting started, the cost might be a bit much for you. And the monthly price tag can feel like a lot, especially when you realize you might need add-ons or additional seat users. Secondly, it can feel pretty bloated. There's so much in this tool: PPC tools, social tools, content optimization, backlink data. It's like a buffet, but if you're only eating salad, why are you paying for the entire steak dinner? And finally, there are tools out there that just do certain things better, whether it's keyword research, site audits, or content workflows. So depending on what you're trying to do, there may be a tool out there that is a better fit. Okay, first up is Moz Pro. This one's been around for ages and still holds up, especially if your SEO strategy is content-led. Moz Pro's strength is in its clean, intuitive UI and tools that are incredibly useful without feeling overwhelming. It's the one tool I keep coming back to and do recommend quite a bit. Let's have a look at some of the standout areas that you can expect. First, starting with the domain overview. This is a solid starting point to understand your website's authority, top performing pages, and overall link profile. It's great for a high-level snapshot when doing initial audits or prospecting. And I want to say a big thanks goes out to eastcoastmermaid.com. I love this website. It's not my website, but I would recommend you follow her if you ever want to visit New Brunswick in Canada. Next up, we have competitor research. Once again, we're going to use our great friends at eastcoastmermaid.com to look at. You can compare your domain with competitors to see where they're earning backlinks, what keywords they're ranking for, and how your domain authority actually stacks up. So here we can see the competitors, the overlap, the rivalry. I love it. Next up, the keyword research tool. So this is one of Moz's most loved features. It includes, obviously, difficulty. Look at our top. Monthly volume, organic click-through rate, difficulty, and it tells you the minimum domain authority that you should have to rank for this term. Now, of course, we could keep doing a deep dive, but overall, it has a priority score that takes click-through rates and opportunity into account here, which is, I think, a nice feature that Moz Pro does. You can build an organized keyword list, which is super helpful when planning content as well. Let's go next to, and I could spend a lot of time in this tool, but we'd be here all day, the Link Explorer tool. So Moz was one of the pioneers here. Their Link Explorer gives you deep insights into backlink profiles, including spam scores, linking domains, anchor text, and follow, no follow breakdowns. And it's especially handy for disavow research or backlink outreach planning. Let's have a look at that. You can see the anchor text. Let's have a look at our inbound links. Moz also offers tools for site auditing, rank tracking, which are highlighted on their website, and I strongly advise you to check them out, even if I'm not walking through those parts directly today. It's one of those few SEO tools that I actually keep coming back to, and I feel like I don't need a tutorial right away every time I log in, even if it's been a few months. At around $99 a month for the standard plan, it's a lot more accessible than Semrush. If you're a content marketer, editor, an SEO generalist, you're probably going to feel right at home here and want to spend quite a bit of time. You can have a look at their pricing page to see which features are best for you. Of course, Moz Pro does say they're great for the beginner SEOs, the must-have for the pros, and powerhouse for the enterprise. I do recommend this for content teams, and I do like the simplicity of it. It's a tool that I can really get used to and do love. Okay, next up is SE ranking, which I think is a massively underrated tool, especially if you're a freelancer, running a small agency, or managing just a few brands at once. You get rank tracking, keyword research, competitor comparisons, site audits, all the core stuff that you would expect from an Semrush alternative, but in a way that kind of feels simpler and, more importantly, budget friendly. I've seen the plans that start at $52 a month if you pay annually. I also like how they have flexible pricing models, so I can pay monthly if I want to see if I actually use this tool or if I need to upgrade. I love that. Of course, you save money if you pay annually. It also has white label reports, so if you're client facing, this is a huge bonus. If you've ever said, I just want a clean dashboard to track rankings, check my competitors, then this one's for you. And I think that it's a great Semrush alternative. Okay, my next choice here is Ahrefs. It's one of the most powerful tools on the list, especially when it comes to backlink data. Their index is massive. Their site explorer is one of the best out there. It's an SEO tool for SEOs. If you're really into deep link building, doing SEO audits at scale, or running a competitive analysis, Ahrefs is worth it, and it's a tool that I've actually been using for years. Their content gap analysis is also really strong if you want to see where competitors are ranking for and stuff that you're not. That said, it's not exactly beginner friendly. It does take some time to get used to, although Ahrefs has a lot of information, a lot of educational information on their website to get you going. The UI is dense and pricing starts around, let's have a look, $129 a month, $108 a month if you pay annually. And I know a lot of SEOs, especially if it's something that you don't do regularly, complain about the price of Ahrefs. They have increased their prices, changed what you get over the years, but it's one of the powerhouse tools, let's say, that a lot of SEOs use for a reason. It's more of a powerful tool. So if you're focused on links, domain authority, and SEO strategy, it really is a favorite for a reason. And it's one of the Semrush alternatives that I probably go back to and use quite a bit. Okay, last on my main list today for Semrush alternatives is Serpstat. It's a feature-rich, all-in-one SEO platform designed to meet the needs of marketers, content strategists, and SEO teams. It's built to cover most of the same core SEO needs that Semrush handles, like keyword research, backlink tracking, and site audits, but with a more streamlined interface and a lower price point, which makes it especially appealing for growing teams or solo marketers on a budget. We can have a look at the pricing plans here. Here's why it's a solid Semrush alternative. It's an all-in-one SEO toolkit. Serpstat includes keyword research, rank tracking, site auditing, backlink analysis, and competitor tracking all in one place. You can do your keyword clustering and text analytics. These really stand out. You can group keywords by topic and intent. Let's say best. So you can prioritize what to cover and structure your content clusters. You can see your top pages. And there are a ton of competitor research tools. You can analyze domains, specific pages to see which keywords competitors are ranking for and where their traffic is coming from too. So like if I go to do Canada. There's also a site audit tool, which offers some technical SEO audit with clear prioritization, including things like duplicate content, redirect chains, and missing metadata. There's also a lot of integrations that I think are really interesting, and this is something that I've been looking more into. So there's a ChatGPT plugin, browser extension, SEO tools for Excel. I think I could spend a lot more time in this tool, and for the price point, this is a lot of value. I haven't used it a lot myself, but digging in for this research, I think this is one that I'm going to go back to. If you're looking for more technical, something that's more technical than something like SE ranking, this comes in at half the price of SEMrush. If you're looking for a single tool that can wear a bunch of hats, grow with your team, I think Serpstat is one to try. And I'm really curious to see what this would look like in my everyday SEO life. Definitely one to try and use. Those are my main SEMrush alternatives that I think are going to be my go-tos that I would recommend. But SEO is vast, and there are so many parts of SEO that we have tools for. And so I'm going to do a few honorable mentions, starting with Spy FEO. This is a tool for spying on your competitors, PPC, and organic data. I think it's really great if this is all that you want to do. Look at the pricing. You can get a basic monthly plan. Oh, there's a nice offer right here, right now. So $9 a month, $49 a month. If this is what you want to do, I think this is one of my honorable mentions. Okay, next up is Ubersuggest. Now, I know a lot of people like this tool, and I think that it deserves to be on the list for simple shots. I also think if you're going really deep into SEO, I think having more than one tool to compare to, because domain authority means the number means something in one tool and not another tool. This is a beginner-friendly, beginner-focused tool, and I'm really curious to see how well the AI writer would do. Next up is one for the techies, Screaming Frog. This is the best technical site crawler, hands down. If you're a technical SEO, this is what you need to use, and it's definitely on my list of honorable mention. Again, with SEMrush Alternatives, SEMrush can do a lot of things, but if you need to do one thing, sometimes it's better to get one tool. Another tool that I love and have used for quite a few years is MarketMuse. This is a content optimization tool on steroids. You can analyze your competitors, you can research topics, you can build content clusters. This is where content teams get to play and really take advantage of creating content and creating clusters of content that do better than your competitors. So for me, this tool is something that needs to be in your SEO bag or SEO platform, but it's also a great SEMrush alternative. Another tool that I want to mention here is also Ask. Again, with SEMrush Alternatives, it can do a lot, but if you need to do one thing, I like having one tool do one thing sometimes. This is a great tool for surfacing the people also ask questions, but also to think through the questions that your audience is going to ask. And this is something that I go back to all the time. Pricing is very reasonable. You can get 100 credits a month for $12 a month. You can save some money if you pay an annual payment plan. I think this is a great one. Another tool that is kind of getting on my radar these days is Keywords Insights. And I think that this is one of the newer tools, but I've heard a lot about it lately. The basic plan starts at $46 a month, so I think it's worth giving it a try. You can group keywords into topics, you can build content briefs, you can uncover search intent at scale, and they have something that I'm going to be testing out a lot more, Reddit Insights. So I think this is really interesting. I think as SEO evolves, these kind of tools are going to be more needed for our tool belt. And I think this Keyword Insights gets an honorable mention for sure. It's on my list. Okay, so that's my list of best SEMrush alternatives with a few honorable mentions that I think you should check out, but a little about how to choose an SEO tool. It really depends on how you work and what you need to get done. If you're content first and want something that feels really human, I think Moz Pro is great. If you're running reports for clients, I think SEO ranking can be really helpful. If you're obsessed with links and domain metrics and want to really nerd out on SEO, I think Ahrefs is going to be one of those recommendations that I'll always make. And if you want one tool to do it all, but don't want to pay SEMrush prices, I think Serpstat is actually a pretty smart call and something that I will continue to go back to as well. The truth is, you do not need to spend hundreds of dollars a month to do great SEO. You just need the right tools and to actually use them consistently. Before I close out here, I do want to have a say on SEO tools, because if you've heard me talk about SEO in the last few years, we all know that it changes from day to day. The tactics change, our strategies change, the SERPs change, search changes. And one thing I always remind people when choosing an SEO tool is that tools do not drive your strategy. A great SEO tool will work with you. It's easy to get caught up in dashboards and metrics and UI and all of the things that it can do. And I've seen a lot of amazing SEOs go down rabbit holes they don't need to go down just because the tools are so powerful. The best tools help you prioritize your content, identify real opportunities, and track what's working and what's not. That's it. None of them can replace your understanding of your audience, your goals, or the effort it takes to create genuinely useful content. Like I said, if we all have the same SEO tools and we all use the same recommendations, we all do the same things, we all optimize our content the exact same way, there is no moat. So use these SEO tools as a guide, but a part of a larger strategy. And that's why I think Moz Pro is probably one of the ones that can get you there. It's got a great educational section on the blog. It's got everything that you need. So, but whatever tool you choose, make sure it fits into your workflow, your budget, and doesn't become your entire workflow.